to Ken's lab.
I have this chassis pretty much done, completed, except minus the tuner and this wire here, grid caps, and that's got to be pushed down inside there, and I got it covered up right now. The schematic was pathetic, hard to read, but what I can read, it shows less capacitors that were in here, and the values were different. And the same thing goes with the resistors. So I had to document a lot of it. Well, some of it I didn't, but so I'm hoping I got it right. This here was where it came from the factory. It's got a couple of dog bone resistors and a 0.01 capacitor on there, and yeah, you can see how they just wired them all together and left it hanging like that. So I didn't like that concept, so I put in what they had was just one terminal board here. This went off the electrolytic, and this was where that was mounted, something to this effect, you know. And I didn't like it, so I put in a two terminal board, two lugs, and right in here, so that got rid of the hanging wire. I didn't care for that. So other than that, the dog bone resistors, they're hard to tell because they get hot, they change colors. Some of them do. They're all out of tolerance, and from now on I will replace all dog bones. I just don't trust them for long term. So I think I got that done. I did get you can see there's no filter capacitors because, let me see here, it's right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a capacitor, two of them in there. Comes up to about right here. So both filters are in that can. That was the easiest one that I restuffed. It came out easy, and I was surprised. Usually it's just, I've done a couple before, and I don't care to do that, but this didn't work so great. Okay, starting to shape up. I put new grid caps on. All three of these. Still got to put this cap on from my capacitor. I haven't got that yet. Thought I had one. I don't. But everything's painted. The new grommets in for the tuners, so it'll be going in next. Got the tuning capacitor in, drive belt. I think I got everything ready to go. So we're going to try it. I got it at 117 volts. Well, it's working. It's going to need an alignment, that's for sure, because I messed with everything. Got 117 volts going in. I want to check the amp boost to make sure that 5.5. I put LED bulbs in here, and I think that's going to be the ticket. I don't even know if I need the diffusers on there. I'll try it. Okay, now I gotta get it on the station. There we go. Pretty soon, if it works.
Soft and in the tongue, so inviting with its pleasing upright taste. Aroma sherry makes mealtime more welcome, helps you anticipate the good food to come. And when friends drop in, there's no speaking. Aroma sherry. Tomorrow night, before dinner, share Aroma sherry with your family. In the name of the beast, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Working fine.
The shoes of the beast were just my size. When I went on my... Nor did I throw that bundle of clothing into the river as I...
No, I don't think that's going to be badgers.
No. This would be an authentic portrait of a murderer in the very blood-stained garments of his crime.
I think the LED lights are even going to be even brighter. I don't even see the purpose of putting the diffuser in there.
That will be all for today.
I'll try it.
Our flowers this flower until the painting is finished.
See which is the best, but that looks pretty good. And those bulbs are not going to get hot. Ever. I mean, they'll never get hot. There's 6.3 volt. Now I got it on 16. So we're going to go down. The tuning pads are pretty much closed all the way. Well, 550 or whatever it goes down to, but it'll pretty much be closed. I heard harmonics when what do I got that on? 6. That's 1200. That's harmonics. Okay, good.
That night.
That's the harmonics. So now we'll keep going till we get to the station.
Needed me. The more I tried to make it come right, the less it really looked like crap.
Seems like it should be going there. That was it.
I tried not to think of her, but the image of Jeannie stood between me and the canvas, and the painting just would not come right. And as Krebs sat there sullenly posing for me, his eyes began to grow more and more cunning and suspicious, as though he could actually read my thoughts. He would jump up every time I laid down my brush and circle the portrait like an infuriated animal, until finally, around 4 in the morning, he dropped off to snoring. I let him stay there. In the dawn light, I looked at the picture for the last time and draped the easel to shut it out of my sight. My masterpiece, for which I had become accessory after the fact of one murder and sowed the seeds of a second, was, I knew it now, deep in my heart.
Anybody can see this is Vincent Price. She's not in there. Not playing ball with me. Only on camera. Yeah, right. I struggle a lot on everything. I was a grunter all my life. I grunt. Let me think. Yeah, I even grunt tying my shoes. Let me turn this over right. I'm right-handed. Kinda would help, I guess. Okay, that's somewhat like it should be, I guess. I'm gonna put the... See, they're in place. I'm gonna put the dial back on there. Just to see. I think I'm gonna leave them off. Something like that. Let me turn the light out. I think it was better leaving them off. I don't know. Ouch. I didn't go to night school. I'm bumping into shit. I don't know. It's still pretty bright. They belong in there. Maybe I'll leave them in there. I don't see any difference. Or I'll leave them on there. It's not making it worse. So I painted this gloss white. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but I figured, gloss would make it more brighter in there and reflect it. Instead of having a flat white.
Here's the note you left, see.
Transformer's
Here,
cold.
Inspector, the portrait I told you about is standing on the easel facing the window so you can see it in the light. James Dorrance.
Transformer's
I guess
cold.
that must be it here. He said it identified the murderer. Is it a good likeness? I don't know.
That's all right.
Look
I'm
at
thinking I'm really happy with this.
Why? It's a woman.
Shotgun me like I
we
did.
picked up. A little waitress.
Shotgun
but
a
look,
lot of radios, but
It's got
never.
men's clothes on.
Never restored one like I did, and I don't think I'll ever do one like this again. I'll take out tuning capacitors and things, but
A thing like that makes you wonder, don't it? Yeah, a thing like that makes you wonder.
Come on up and be careful.
I got that preset tune really clean with alcohol. Alcohol, coils and stuff. I put so melted wax and some parts that the paper was like peeling off, and cleaned it up really nice. I did rip one wire off and I had to solder it back. Such a fine wire. Clean these up, but so. Keep hitting the wrong button.
Prove I'm dead, Howard.
Come to the top of the cliffs with me.
I'm not going to set them. It looks like I can see it needs some attention. I want to do it. Oh, I don't bring them home to speaker like this. You need to blow the dust off of it. But this is starting to fray. I'm not liking that. Right here I can see a bare wire. These are hard to solder. You look good on this end up here, up to about probably. Actually, look pretty good to about maybe 3 inches down. So maybe I'll just replace the wires on that partially. See, this is looking good. Blow it off. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to check to see if I hear any rattling in this cone. Voice coil. Seems okay to me. Yeah, I'll just dress up, clean up those wires. I got a few other things to do. Ain't done yet, but getting there. Ran into a little problem that if you remember right when I was working on this tuner cleaning and getting the ground out and checking the capacitance, this shaft here with the gear on it keeps pulling off the tuner. It's got the pulley on it, even though it's got the dial cord on it. When I put the dial on it, dial cover, then I put the hands on it, the pointers, split the second hand and the actual you know, you turn it, and all of a sudden this shaft would just pull right back out. So tried it several times, and it just kept doing it. So I don't know if that's the way it was supposed to be, where that the shaft here pulls out. That's the design, or something's missing. I'm thinking a spacer is missing. So I got to thinking, I go, well, I need to put some spacers back there to keep this from pulling out. I put the pointers and the hands on it. So what I came up with is I had to MacGyver it. I used a combination of plastic washers. I did 2 in the front and 2 in the back, and in between those I put these fiber washers in there. There would be no abrasion, or they're not rough, you know. And I left a little play in it. I didn't want it to be snug, so I left for, I don't know, I'm thinking 20 thousandths of a play back and forth. And it does turn freely now, and it doesn't come off. But that's what I had to do, is put it in there. And I didn't want to put anything metal where it would be want to put something smooth. So I used these plastic washers and fiber washers. The fibers goes in the center. I don't know, there's about 5 or 6 of them, plus the 4 plastic ones. And yeah, it works fine. Like I said, I got about maybe anywhere from 10 to 20 thousandths play in it. It's the thickness of this washer, fiber washer. That's I think it was 60 thousandths. No, that ain't no 60 thousandths. It's a 1/16 of an inch, and that was too much. So I took, and because I wanted to play back and forth, I didn't want it tight. And that's working great now. I don't know why that was or is. There's something missing out of there, and I'm pretty sure there was a space or something. But you can hear it. So it's not coming out no more. Okay, I got the new wires spliced on the speaker. Put some super glue on that. Be fine. I put this cover on. But I use these. I don't know if you've seen these before. You probably have. Just little sleeves you put on there, and it's got solder on them. And you just put your heat gun on it, and it'll melt that solder, a little ring of solder. It'll melt that. And it makes it more flexible than using regular solderman and heat shrink tubing. You know, this I've used these before, but I don't use it enough. So what I'm going to do is put it in there, and we're going to try it. Hopefully I didn't get a wire across. 116 point. What is it? Here, 122. So it's 116 here. That'll work. So here we go. See, I like to have that on and off volume over here. It just makes more sense. This is just tone, and kind of strange. 40, 36, 31 watts. It's going to go higher though. Yeah, it's about 42, 48. It's right on about 50, I think. 50. 51. It can't go up to 65 on the wattage. Oh, you know what? I gotta get an antenna on and turn this down. It won't work without the antenna. What else am I missing? I better have it right. Nope. Turn it down. It's on. No, that's police. Shortwave broadcast. There. So one up. Work for me. Obviously I got it right.
After 3 weeks, the 5 survivors of the Maid of Athens reached the port of Stanley in the Falklands. As Emily Wooldridge stated it in her chronicle, in time to hear of the death of Charles Dickens, a sorrowful landfall after all our trials.
Okay. All I gotta do now it's 115 volts. What happened? 51 watts. Not bad. Excuse me, I'm just gonna check the amperes real fast. 0.497 on the amps.
Manufacturer of automotive electrical equipment. In 28 plants from coast to coast, Autolite makes over 400 products for cars, trucks, tractors, planes, boats, and industry. These products include bumpers, die castings, industrial thermometers, and batteries, such as the famous Autolite Stay Full, ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs, both standard and resistor types, voltage regulators, wire and battery cables.
Okay, it's ready for an alignment. So I'll do the alignment and I'll get back to you as soon as I get the alignment done. Well, I gotta get this dial on. Can't do an alignment without the dial. So I might as well start that.
About a quarter to 10.
So, turn this off. This don't take that long to warm up. And I'll get to the dial. And I'm going to have to tape it on there. But I'll be back in with an alignment. Alright, I did an alignment. The IS are pretty much straight on. Tweak them a little bit. Not so much for the antenna. And I also got the shortwave working, but it's not as good as I like it. Like this one here, I'll just say it's at 700 kilohertz and I got 750. So I'd like to address that a little better if I can.
Are designed by the same Autolite engineers who designed the coil, distributor, and all the other important
So, and then
on many leading makes of our finest cars, trucks, and tractors.
let me see if I can get
Autolite resistor type spark plug is really something. It sure is, Sam. The new Autolite resistor type gives double life and greater gas savings as compared to spark plugs
I'm
without
gonna
a
set
built-in
this though.
resistor.
We'll set it at 10. Hit the wrong button. This one. Okay, alright, 10 megahertz. Gotta get that Boston Blackie on or something. I gotta get some more. Okay, what I say, 10 megahertz. Gotta be careful with these, you pass them right up. See, so that's like 10
I may be back. So long.
and a half, 10.5 megahertz. So that's all.
Well, Blackie.
But the strange thing, if I set it at 16 on the AM, it's fine. And I set it on 600, it's fine. It's the in-betweens. So that's going to be a little hard.
What do you mean? That's right, I did. Did I bust in here and catch a hold of you?
Might have to bend those last outside segments to get that correct. And I don't like that.
Look, I didn't come up here to save your life. I came up here to capture an escaped criminal. Pretty gun on you, eh? Jealous, Faraday? Come to think of it.
Okay, now we'll go with police band. Let's go to 4. Megahertz. See if she picks up there.
On time for you.
You didn't really mind.
There it is.
But the doorman did.
And that's about 4 and a half.
made 35 cents on tips opening taxi doors.
I'd want my cut, but I'm too pleased with the way you look tonight.
I do not look any differently
So,
Maybe it's that dress
police,
you're wearing. New, is it?
shortwave, AM, and then this thing. I've got a lot done on video too. So, I'm going to wrap this one up and start on video 3. I mean, I got everything done. Video 3 will be replacing, well, adding a resistor, dropping a power resistor, fuse, power cord. I'll have the cap out here on the capacitor, and then cleaning up and restoring that cabinet. Minor restorations on that, and I'll let you see what I've done on the bottom as far as parts that I'll add, and put it in the cabinet and give it a try. So, hope you found this interesting, and thanks a lot for watching.